Hello everyone, welcome to The Last Word. You're going to join me just in a moment outside Craven Cottage where I'm talking about the lineups. But of course we're going to be talking about the match itself. That moment Bruno scored and Newcastle United are very much on the hunt for European place. This is The Last Word for Fulham 0, Newcastle United 1. And we'll begin the video where I'm talking about the lineups.
Would Eddie Howe be playing his poker card and saying that nobody was coming back from injury? He was right. He told the truth in his presser. Nobody came back except from the return of Anthony Gordon, which, is a bonus because he scores goals for fun. Fulham, on the other hand, they've got small, diminutive players, pace, a lot of power. They've got options like Raul Jimenez off the bench and Adama Traore and what have you. So a lot of small technical players as well, but they're not that far behind us before today, so they can cause problems. And I generally feel first off we were really literally all over the place. We were shocking. We were really, really poor. Like, not just that defensively, like I thought Lewis Hall struggled, and you can see why, Eddie Howe prefers people to play in front of him, because defensively he was all over the place in the first 20 minutes. I think he grew in the game and got better. He's not the only one. Jacob Murphy, his defensive duties were all over the place, and he's not the only one. Sean Longstaff is another one as well, and that we couldn't even put like a string of passes together. And it was all Fulham. They were like moving around her and dancing around her and having loads of opportunities. And in all honesty, and obviously Dubravka came out for a great save. And realistically, up until probably the good 35 minutes into the game, it was all Fulham. And then we had a little bit of a flutter with 2 or 3 chances. In particular, Gordon had a double as well. But when the half-time whistle went, I'm looking at myself, scratching my head, thinking, they've got to go in, they've got to bollocks them because we're all over the place. Yes, we had that little bit of spell in the first half, but Christ almighty, defensively, Fulham should have put her away. Without a shadow of doubt, Fulham should have put her away. And it's that old saying, is if you didn't take your chances, it'll come back and haunt you. And that's what happened with Fulham today, because it was literally a carbon copy of the second half, other way around. Newcastle started to then get a lot more chances, have a lot more of the ball and what have you. But at half time, I'm thinking, I think we're lucky. I think we are very, very lucky. I was next to John Sinclair today and I was telling him, I think we're very lucky to get in 0-0, I beg your pardon. I'm jumping ahead of myself because I've still got that goal celebration on my mind with the limbs and stuff. But come out the second half, you're thinking, right, it can only get better for the tune. It has to be. And we did. We started to then, have a bit of momentum. We had I don't want to call it tick-a-tack. I wasn't quite like Barcelona, but we started to put a string of passes together that were more than 2, which was a plus. And then we started to have a few more chances, of course. And yes, look, the 2 main talking points, obviously, and I have skipped the injury. I haven't forgot about that as well. Joe Willock going off, and hopefully that's not serious, because you're born, you pay taxes, Newcastle United injuries, and you die. That's the 4 things in life at the minute. But look, Joe Willock went off at Anderson in the first half, so I kind of skipped that a minute. But hopefully that's not serious. And we're seeing Hall come off a little bit later. And I don't think that's serious either. I think it's just precaution. I think you've got to as well, because Eddie Howe's already talked about it in his presser. That he's got to try and protect the players as best he can, and he would normally make substitutions. But Newcastle are literally bare bone. But we're pulling out trumps and somehow coming away with results. And look, Howie, man. Don't be negative in the comments. And I'm just talking about the first half in general, but we've got 7 points, and that's the thing that we've got to come away with today. More than that in a minute. But let's get on with the VAR decision. I thought it was a foul straight away. I did. I even see it in the vlog. You'll hear it. I think it's a foul. It's a corner. It's a damn burn push on Bassey. And it trickles in off Fabian Schär, didn't it? And obviously the celebrations were fantastic in front of us, but there's a bit of me thinking he's going to blow here and it's going to get into VAR, and rightly it went to VAR. From my opinion, I've only seen it back once when I was in the stadium. Don't have any replays. It looked like a foul on Bassey, because if that goes the other way against me, I'm complaining about that. So me personally, I've got no problems with that. Obviously it took a long time to get the decision, but I haven't seen it back. I might go back at the hotel and watch it back and think, actually, I would have given that, or whatever. I could have been 50-50. But right now, at this very moment, in the moment as well, that's not a goal for Newcastle. So not often I'll say that. But yeah, and obviously can we keep it going? can we keep going? And it wasn't long after that we scored, and it's that man, you know, a star player going forward, him and Gordon, you know, and Isak as well. Take them 3 out of this side in Newcastle. Oh, effectively, I think a relegation candidate if you take them 3 players out of our side at the minute, because they offer so much more. And Bruno just gets on the end of the box, it comes back to him and he fires home the scenes and the limbs, and everyone got nuts. It was a joyous moment, something that we've been wanting to get a goal. And obviously we went on, and there was 9 minutes of added on time and what have you, and well, actually went on in about nearly 11 minutes, and there was a couple of chances for Isak as well. But the most pleasing thing for me personally today is the clean sheet, because if you keep a clean sheet, you're guaranteed to have at least 1 point. Put your chances away, you know, you'd have 3 points, and that's what happened today. Fulham didn't take away their chances, and I thought Dubravka, his distribution was a lot better today as well, in terms of coming for crosses, and a lot of them he collected. There was a little bit of a nervy one at the end where he punches it, but at the end of the day he collected it, and he done well, Dubravka as well. And look, it's not a overall first and second half, it's not an outstanding performance from the two. First half was really, really bad, one of the worst we've seen this season. Second half was much better, so it evens the sell out a little bit, I think. But look, at the end of the day, we've come away with 3 points and 7 points in a week. Yes, we were disappointed midweek with Everton, which we should have really went on to win the game. But if you're telling me, everybody at home, that you've picked 7 points up in a week, Howie, got to be pleased with that, man, haven't you? Talk more about that in a minute. Here is Eddie Howe.
No, I wouldn't say it's a conversation that we have. He's under contract. He's got a long contract. He's just signed a new one this season. Of course, you know, when a player does that, he commits himself to you for a number of years. Now, of course, in modern day football that can change, but I see a player that's happy. I see a player that is working well within the team. He looks happy off the pitch as well, so I would hope we can do enough to keep him here.
We were not so good enough. After this, we played better, and second half was unbelievable performance for everyone. I'm very happy. 100 games for the club. Well, what a journey I've been living here for the club. I'm very happy, glad. Everyone deserves the win today. The feeling for the last game against Everton, to lose the 3 points in the last 10 minutes hurt me a lot. So yeah, to get here today, 100 games, score, what a day.
Now, as I say, 7 points in a week, and people who were saying that, you know, we've got now to play for, yeah, well, yes, we do. We are right up behind Man United at the currently speaking at this minute as well. So the European places is definitely on for Newcastle. I feel like Kevin Keegan, we've got to go and fight for this title, and I'll tell you, honestly, I would love it if we beat them, love it. But I think, look, I think we've got 6th or 7th in the sights now. It's so congested, that league table, you can see it on your screen, how tight it is, that, you know, you put a little bit of a run together, and it was only a few weeks ago we were talking about Wolves. Now it's Newcastle's turn, because we picked up 7 points in a week, and look what it's done. Any team that puts a run together, Chelsea are putting a run together. I don't know what their scoreline is. I don't even know if they're playing the day. But if you put a little run together, you'll get Europe, and we're coming towards into the back end of the season. And it's up for grabs. It is up for grabs. Obviously, UEFA's coefficient as well makes it interesting as well. But look, 3 points, absolutely delighted. And normally, I'm travelling back north to go and see the Lasses play, but the Lasses have a day off, and we'll keep an eye on the socials with Nottingham Forest and Burnley as well. But look, it's a good win. It's a clean sheet. I think there's a lot of positives. Hopefully those injuries aren't too bad. I think that's probably one we'll keep an eye out on, because the last thing we need is more. But obviously, hopefully we can have 1 or 2 back for next week. But performances, Bruno will obviously get the headline because he scored the goal. I thought he was good. I thought Isak was good as well. I don't think there's anybody that's a 9 and a 10 out of 10, to be honest with you. I think there's a lot of 7s. A high 7 if you want to call it that, low 8. But Bruno, I thought was great. I thought, as I say, Lewis Hall was poor first half but grew into second half. Kraft did okay. Schär was good. I thought Nunez didn't really get much of a kick second half. But obviously they should have put away first half, and defensively midfielders didn't really help in the word. They were just cutting open our midfield. But there we go. That's my my 50 pence piece on the last word here. Obviously I haven't seen it back. I haven't seen any replays, as I say. So this is just off the cut in the park next door to Craven Cottage. And And I might get somebody on the way back to my hotel actually, because it's going to be a little bit of a while to get through the traffic. Do you know what it is? This is no word of lie, I am parked literally just outside of London, and it took 2.5 hours to get to Craven Cottage because some engineering work going on. I really don't like the city. That's what I will say. I do not like the city one bit. Just causes me stress every time I come to London. Got to do two more times, haven't we? But that's it. Enough of me twisting. We have 3 points, everybody. Come on. Drop us a massive like, and we'll see you soon here on NFTV, Newcastle Fans TV.